Welcome to 60 Minutes Start to Finish today. If you are new here, my name is Kathy. My channel is Kathy Weller Art. I go live here on YouTube every day at this time, and I create hand-drawn art live from blank page to finished. So you can watch and learn new techniques, see my process, listen to my thoughts in real time as I am creating, and ultimately hang out and have your coffee with me and enjoy some creative inspiration. So I'll just show you some of the pieces that I did over the past week here. So I talk. So every day at 10 o'clock, I'm here creating a new piece. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I would absolutely love your support here on YouTube, where I want to continue bringing you more content like this and bringing you an even bigger variety of fun and interactive creative content. So let's do this. Today we're going to color this guy in. This is Milo tree. It's Hawaiian. It's kind of Hawaiian week. Okay, it's tropical week here, but it's kind of Hawaiian week because I like Hawaiian things. I like Polynesia. So, and it's fantastic stuff. So I went to Hawaii a couple years ago, and I went to Volcanoes National Park, and I got some great little reference materials, and I have this other book. We're just going to get right to the art, but like this, and they're very cool to have and to learn about new plants that you never knew about before. So today we're going to color this piece, and I inked it yesterday. I sketched it and inked it in yesterday's live stream. And so you can actually go back and watch from the sketch, like blank page, to this. And now today we're going to color this in, and we're going to do it in an hour. So in an hour from start to finish. So let's do it. I'm just trying to get us a little bit. There we go. I want to get the lighting good for you. Sometimes it's a little challenging. So this plant, I'm going to show you a picture of it real quick on my phone so you can see it. So this is the plant. It's really beautiful. It's actually a tree, and these flowers are really like hibiscus-y looking. So I'm going to color this in and embellish it with some gold brush pen and just some gold paint. So let's get going. So I don't need that today. So where should I start here? Where should I start? I think I'm going to start with my, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I need to get this part out of my picture. Let's do that. Okay, that's better. Do that. I'm going to do that. Okay. I just really need the colors. I'm just doing that for the color. Yeah, let's just go right in, shall we? And I love this pen, but it looks to be like a little bit, it looks like it's lacking a little bit in the pigment today, doesn't it? So here's my bottle of ink. I'm just going to put a couple drops down and let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens, or I hope we don't mess this up. I'm just kidding. We're not going to mess it up. You can't mess it up. That's the whole key, just knowing that you can't mess it up, because it's just going to be what it's going to be. It's just going to be something. And I got a little water, so I'm just going to water brush it a little bit. And I'm going to get a paper towel. So I'm just sort of doing a little gradient action here, trying to get some space in there. And once this ink dries, the black ink, it's waterproof. And it's really nice because you can just like do your line work, and then if you just let it set, then you can do stuff over it. So I'm going to use this maybe I think what I'm gonna do is some accents with the gold right now, and then I'm going to put it away, and I'm gonna break out my Neocolors and get some Neocolors going in there because we're gonna color this in. But I'm gonna try and be, just a few colors, but a lot of tones within those colors. So, for instance, I have a bunch of greens. We're gonna just sort of try and do some different values. But I really like this gold pen. I like to actually bring the gold pen in later a lot of the time. But sometimes it's nice to bring it in as like you know, your little guide in the beginning too. It's just multi-purpose. I love this thing. Right? So this is like sort of giving me a little bit of a guide with shadows, and I know there's a little shadow here. Don't have my iPad up. I'm just using this little teeny tiny photo, so I have to sort of use my imagination a little bit, which is fine because this is not like from life, so that's cool. Let's do a little bit of that. Little dibby dabs, and then I've picked out some colors here. So I'm going to, hey, thanks to whoever liked. Please like and subscribe. My name is Kathy Weller Art. I stream here every day at 10 a.m. We do 60 minutes start to finish, and I go from blank page to finished art. Okay, yesterday was kind of a misnomer. Like, I don't usually do a part 1 and part 2, but let's see how this goes. Like, that might be something that you guys like. And if you do, like, hey, I'll do more, you know? Yeah, so please like and subscribe at 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. I do, okay. I do a quiet live stream. So here's a little actually lesson thing. This is a Neocolor 1. This is not water soluble. I thought it was a 2. I don't have a lot of Neocolor 1s because I tend to use the 2s. However, they are really good for some things. They're really good if you want to lie down some line or get some nice texture in there and show some shadows. And you don't want them to go anywhere when you have water going. When you're doing a little bit of water and you're like, I want that to be stationary. They're great for that. And I think I might start using them more because I never really thought of them as something that I would be really into for that reason, but I actually think that's a huge benefit of them. So live and learn, I mean, I've been using them for so long, and then it's like, wait a minute, maybe I need to explore this some more. Maybe I need to look into this a little more, into these Neocolor ones. So yesterday I was inking this, and you're welcome to, after this, don't leave here. But I inked this entire thing. I sketched it out from blank page, pencil sketch, and then I inked the whole thing yesterday. And there was some little things, like I have a little blank spot here, I have a little area here where I could add some more lettering. I actually, after the stream, I did add throughout Polynesia there because I had like an incomplete thought here. I had used medicinally, and then I wanted to add throughout Polynesia, but I had forgotten to in the middle of the stream. So I added that after the stream yesterday. And I actually really, I'm quite enjoying how that Neocolor one looks. I really am. I think I'm gonna use it a little more. Yeah. So that's the scope. There's places to put more lettering, and I really like to get data points of a plant, a shrub, tree, whatever, and then put them in little places. I like funny little things like probably a native of India, or I like to do the other names that that a tree or a shrub or a bush or whatever are go by. So this Milo tree, and I didn't even add them all in here. There's more. This one it's called the Milo tree. It's also called the Portia tree. This is a little nickname, Seaside Maho. This is the what's the word? It's like the scientific name, Thespecia populina. And yeah, so I like to add things. And a significant tree in Hawaii. That was important to add because I love Hawaii. I got actually a bunch of lives because I did a fundraiser a couple of years ago. I went to Hawaii. I've told this story in other ways on other lives this week because it is Hawaii week, kind of. It's tropical week for me here. So for me, like that's pretty close to like just being Hawaii week because I am a Hawaii huge fan of Hawaii. And so yeah. So I went there in 2023, and then that was in May. And then we're going to go in with this. I'm going to show you a trick with this. You want to use your Neocolor. Say your Neocolor is all broken up like this, which means it's well loved. Okay, don't get it twisted. That's what this means. It doesn't mean I don't take care of my art supplies. It means look at how well I use this to its fullest capacity. So I have a paper bag on my workspace here, so I can just use it to clean off my Neocolors if I need to. I just do this thing. I just do that. I just take the side of it, push it down. If you want to clean the edge, take the end of it, push it down. Just scrape it off. It's fine. So I'm going to use this guy. I'm going to grab another yellow too because this oh, hold on. Should I wait? I think this might still be a little wet, and I don't want to mess anything up here. I don't want to make trouble. That added actually a nice little shadow in there because I'm drawing with this matte water soluble crayon on top of this gold pen or gold ink, this acrylic gold ink, and it's giving it like a darker quality, which is really kind of cool. So this flower, do you see it's like it glows from within like that? Oh, what's that? What's going on there? So this is what I'm trying to emulate here a bit. And I am a huge paint pen person, but I am sworn to not use paint pens for this art because you can totally mix. I think yesterday I said you can't mix them because it's very much a case-by-case basis. You can, I was wrong, I misspoke. You can mix them. What I mean is Neocolors, and you can mix Neocolors and paint pen, but it's like you just kind of have to be careful. You got to be careful. There's a couple little things that you might not want it to look like, so you just have to kind of know what you're going for. It's good to just get out some paper, doodle around, practice, put do some on top of each other, do like your do your Neocolors on top of your paint pen and your paint pen on top of your Neocolors, and like just mess around to figure out what you like, because yeah, there's always going to be like rules. There's always going to be like rules like what they tell you in art college, right? You do this, don't do that, whatever. Do what you like. You got to find out what works for what you're trying to do, but you just have to kind of find yourself as an artist first, like have a baseline. So then I like that. So then once you figure out things that you like and things that you don't like, and techniques you like and techniques you don't like, and what works for you and what doesn't, then you can break the rules all you want. But it's nice to know. So for me, I'm just cleaning off some of my Neocolors because I want to use some of this bright yellow, and I also want to use some lighter yellow. So I have a teeny little one yellow here. So when you have beautiful, neat Neocolors that are like look barely used like that, you can't do stuff like this. Like, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Use them. Just don't let Instagram judge you. Like, seriously. And if an art supply is not like used, it's not used, Like if it doesn't it's not, it's not, oh, I'm not treating my art supplies well. It's like, dude, like use your art supplies. They're not there to like put them on a shelf, you know what I mean? They're there to be used. So use them. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. And sometimes even if you get a little bit of color in here, like who cares? Just make it work. Okay, back to paint pen with Neocolor. So I find often when I actually am thinking, oh, I need a paint pen to rescue this because I want a little white in here. Like say I put too much crayon somewhere and I just really need to get my page white back. Unfortunately, the paint pen is probably not going to do that for you. For me, okay. I mean, you might have a different technique that you use, but for me, like in a piece like this, and I did it the other day on a piece similar to this that I recently did. It's in this book. I broke out my paint pen at the very end thinking, oh, I'm going to get, because you forget. And then you're like, oh yeah, this doesn't really work. Yeah, so I broke out my paint pen because I was like, excuse me, I'm yawning. Oh, I'm sorry, I just touched my mic. I'm gonna grab a lighter pink for this. Yeah, I grabbed my paint pen. Sorry for the noise. Okay, found my pink. I grabbed a paint pen. Oh, I found another pink too. It was right over here. Look at that. So I have this little filthy one. I have this little filthy animal here, which, would clean right up if I did this again. But you know what? This is kind of more the color that I'm looking for. It's like a peachy pink. So let's go with this one. And it's also less clean up needed for it. Yeah, so I broke out and this is also a 2, so I'll be able to water it a little bit. Just to give it a little watercolor vibe. I broke out a paint pen, and oh, here's another thing. I broke out a paint pen and I tried to do some highlights with it, and I'm like, this is just not doing it. I wish I didn't do that. No big deal. Just, I just caught it early, and then I was just like, all right, that's not going to work. I'll try something else. So then I just broke out my Neocolor 2 white and put it over stuff. But, Neocolor 2 white is really, depending on like how much you have worked your paper and what other media you have on your paper, it may or may not like that will, the amount of opacity, it's gonna affect the amount of opacity that Neocolor 2 is going to give you, or 1, like sometimes it won't be very opaque at all, and you'll be like, oh, well, now I just made mud. that's another thing with these. And I love them and they're great and I love to water them, but you do have to be careful with your Neocolor too when you're using them, for when you're like putting water on them and stuff, because you just like mess around on other paper for a while, because they before you know go into something that you're before you go into something that you're going to be bummed out if it turns to mud, like just do some of your own little testing first, because things can turn to mud when you start watering them, um quickly, if you use too much water, or if you have, you know, another little bit in close proximity, or if you have, something left on your brush. I mean, there's all these little things. Please like and subscribe. I'm here every day from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. doing a piece of art for 60 minutes. And then for a nice quiet time, because at that point my voice is wrecked. So let's do a quiet one. If you're ever interested in like just watching something and listening to your podcast, or listening to an audiobook or whatever you're listening to, I'm here for your eyeballs. If you want something to watch while you're eating lunch or whatever, I'm here at 12:30 for approximately 45 minutes, drawing and mixed mediating away. Then you can get some cool little tips and tricks, and it's super fun to just like have something chill to watch that's not like in fast motion or something. Believe me, I have had my fill. I've done plenty of Instagram reels, fast little Instagram reels and stuff. I need a little slow content in my life. And I think maybe other people do too. And I think it's healthy for your nervous system, to just chill, and like it's kind of like watching a fish tank. You know what I mean? Anyway, that's kind of how I feel about it. I think it's like healthy content as opposed to the stuff that just like makes you race, or uh you know and I'm just so yeah, I'm like knee jerk, let's make some by hand art, and let's encourage that in the world and in our humans, because there is just so much not of that going on. It's like I'm putting my eggs in that basket, honey. Like that's where I live. That's where my heart lives. And that's what I do. I have a Etsy shop where I do all my art is done by hand, whether, Procreate on my iPad or in Photoshop, but I don't use any AI. I just, and it has, I don't want to, not bad mouthing on the whole, because AI has some amazing, but it just does not belong in the creative space. And I just think it's kind of devastating what's happening. And I like to say it's not AI, it's people. It's not AI that's doing it. It's the people who are doing it. And I need to get off my, well, I guess this is my space, so I can say what I want, and that's fine. But I've made my I've made my position pretty clear. So that's how I am about it. But anyway, yeah. So in my shop I have word t-shirts and stuff. I have like quotes and things and stickers and stuff, but I really like to do this. I like to do hand drawn. And this is like the kind of stuff I want to, share with other people and help them to be creative. People need that. People need, you know, they need inspiration that's not like Midjourney. You know what I mean? They need inspiration that they can do it, because creating something in AI is not, you're not getting the same, a whole brain thing. You know, it's like, it's a whole eye-hand coordination brain thing. It's your ideas. It's all these things, and you're just not. It's not. It's not what it is. You know. It's like, no, thank you. So yeah, I'm just getting wild here, right? Because now we're doing different colors, adding in different colors. Let's look at our reference material again. So this is a picture that I actually, and this is a no-no. I know it's a no-no to grab from Google, but I do change things enough so I don't feel like, I don't usually do that. I would prefer to look on Unsplash and all this, but I do change things quite. I'm not a I don't do like realistic. I'm more impressionistic. So, oh goodness, my phone. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. There we go. There we go. Okay. So yeah, I don't recommend just going to Google and grabbing stuff. Um, and I don't usually do that. This one, but it's very different than the actual. But yeah, I like to use Unsplash, and I like to take my own pictures. What are we doing here? I'm gonna use some Neocolor. I'm gonna do a little, like a little shady with my rust mixed with the shade with that pink. I think we can pretend that that's going to be a good little way to add some shade. And then this is my gold pen. I'm going to add a little down here. So in the world of this picture, the gold is acting as a like shadow enhancer. Helping define this. And this flower is interesting because the I keep calling them leaves. I'm sorry. Not today, but like always. Like over the past week, I've just been like, the leaves. It's like, nope, they're not leaves. They're called petals. They're part of a flower, and they're called petals. Yeah, these petals are like really like crepe paper. Very cool. And a lot of pictures that I use when I'm using pictures from of outdoor plants and stuff. There's a hard light source. I mean, for obvious reasons, right? Because they're sunny. That's when the picture's being taken, and I like to kind of use that as a guide too. Not for things to look hard, but it's kind of a nice guide to help you with your spatial when you're doing art pictures of plants and stuff. And when you're doing it from, obviously it's not from life, but I'm going to grab some water real quick for my brush. Look at what I have handy. I have a little jar of water handy. I like to keep a cap on it just because that way. Oh, you know what? I have a water brush too. I could have used that. But I wanted to use a flat mop style. But again, I'm going to be super careful with the water here because number one, I want to keep working on it and I don't want to degrade the paper. But I want to wash it a little bit, but I don't want to change the paper structure. right? It's kind of early, you know what I mean? A little early to do that. And it's also like I'm in active work mode, so I really don't want to, throw any curveballs at myself like that right now. So maybe it didn't really do much anyway. So thanks for being here so I could talk myself off of that. Okay, that's a shadow. See that? And then that's a shadow. And then that's not a shadow. That's a little shadow right there. And that's a pod. So let's get going on these pods because the pods are also like half hidden by the light, half shaded. This guy is a little shaded. I don't want to ignore my pods. Pods. And I also don't want to ignore my stems. Yeah, I like that. So I'm going to put some more of that green. This is like a really juicy Neocolor too. And it's a darker, I mean, it's not really dark. It's like a medium green, but it's super pigmented. So if I do that, see how it just like, this gold gives it warmth and like, it gives it another little bit of pigment in there. And it's just like, this is such a great like neutral. It's just such a great neutral connector point pen. I love it so much. It's really fabulous. What I have here is I have the Zig Kuretake. It's a Japanese brush pen, and this one has, oh, that's open. And this one has gold ink in it, but this, I used up all the ink in this. And then I bought this, the FW Daler Rowney Gold. So I've been doing like the dip, squeeze, let go, and to try and fill it a little bit. And it works. But I think my next move is to buy another one of, where is it? Is to buy another, brush pen, like a water brush pen. And then with my water brush pen, I'm going to fill it with ink. That's my next move. Because I will say, the whole like squeezing and filling was working for me until it wasn't, It's just not like super efficient because you can't really get that much ink in there. You don't know. There's no, I don't know the trick yet. Okay. If there's a trick, there's got to be some little trick in there to do it. And I don't have I don't hold the keys to the kingdom. So I think what that means is I should, I think that means I need to get like a water brush pen and put ink in it and see how that works. I don't know if that'll work. I think it should work. At least I think it'll kind of work until it doesn't maybe, or as long as I keep my pen clean, I think it will work. But, we'll see. Because this is basically that, right? I always think that this is basically that. But, like most things, I know there's probably a lot more to the story, and it probably isn't all the same. So, because things always have complications that you're not really accounting for or expecting. Isn't that like the beauty of life, right? These little things, the little things that you don't think about or that you discover along the way. And you're like, oh, right. Oh, okay. That's why that's like that. Or now I know more and I have more information. I know more about the limitations of whatever, you know? I think I might have to go in with, go into my ink a little bit. I'm going to use, first I'm going to use my brush pen to sort of dab off a couple little places where I have some Neocolor that like escaped, or that I accidentally drew somewhere. I think there was another, yeah, there's one right here. All right, so that's fine. I dried those off, so they're good. So I'm gonna do, we're gonna do some inking with this now. I mean, what I mean is more inking. We're gonna dive in to this here. I'm just grabbing from the sides of my bottle, really. That's it right now. Excuse the sounds of silence over here. I'm gonna be silent on my next live stream at 12:30 today. That's my quiet time live. Where, excuse me, I'm gulping. Where I have art and I do it real time, just like I am doing right now. And I don't talk. So you can listen to your podcast or your audiobook and just like chill out. If you're watching art, you can just chill and watch it like a fish tank, or like if you're doing something, eating lunch or whatever. Or you can like learn passively like new techniques and stuff just by watching me, not even having to hear anything. I'm doing. Yeah. All right. We're gonna dab this around. Now. I'm gonna do some dots. Bring this together. Oh, there we go. See, real time, right? How do you fix something? It's all happy accidents. So I'm gonna do some little dabs with these little, I did this little design element here. I'm gonna do one down here, some little stars. You know, when I start breaking out the bottle, it's like all bets are off now. We're going for it. Start out mild and then you get wild. That's what's happening. What's happening here? So I'm just doing the inside. I don't want to flatten it. I don't want to flatten it out. So I'm careful because I know that down the road on this piece, I am going to add more color. I'm going to start lettering here, doing some detail. I know I'm going to start adding some detail to the inside, the touches, and I have to leave some of that white because I have to be careful with it that I don't, I don't want to add anything I can't take away in that spot because I need that page white because I need that for highlight. And I explained a little while ago that I'm not dragging my paint pens into this. So I'm not dragging in like a rescue, a highlight rescue mission. We're not doing that because it doesn't work with me. I love paint pens. Don't get me wrong. For this type of piece with this style of mixed media that I'm doing here, doesn't really do it for me. So just try to keep. I'm just more. I get disappointed. My paint pens just cause more problems for me when I do that. So in something like such as what I'm doing today here. So today is Tropical Week on my lives. I'm here at 10 a.m. every morning doing a 60 minutes from start to finish. And today we are finishing up this Milo tree. Botanical style, but yet impressionistic and expressive piece. Done in my style. So, hope you enjoy watching. Hope you like and subscribe. If you do like, I hope I can earn your like, and I hope I can earn your subscribe. I also live stream at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Every day I do a quiet live. I do a quiet time live, quiet art. And that's a fun one to just sort of have on in the background if you want something to watch, passively learn new techniques and process and see from front to back how it's going. Front to back of a piece, it's kind of fun. And then you can listen to your own thing while that's going on. I've been really enjoying doing that because I think, well, first of all, I wanted to do another live stream, but my voice was kind of shot, from my voice is shot from talking for an hour. I need a little rest, a little voice rest after that. And so it's very kind of soothing and nice. And if you ever make mistakes with your lettering, with the shadow, like if you put the highlight in the wrong spot or something, you did it on purpose. Just pretend you did it on purpose. No. Yeah, just figure it out. You can just move forward, It's all good. I'm definitely using less water right now, but I'm going to add some water later because I want to bring things together with water, but I'm going to be very judicious in how I use it because I don't want to turn anything into like mud. And that can happen. So that can happen. Doesn't always happen with the Neocolors, but it can happen. So I'm gonna be careful with that. I'm just cleaning off my Neocolor right now by doing this, scraping the side of it, and that cleans off. That cleans it off for me. So as long as I just stick to that part of it, then I'm good. So I'm gonna just integrate a little bit of this like brighter green. Not gonna go bananas with it. Let's just see how it works. Let's see if I can hit it on the right spots. If it's gonna do what I want it to do. Okay. It's looking a little bit okay. It's giving me some depth. Giving me some pigment. I wanna. Oh. Some color to my leaf without. You got to be real careful if you want to use the page white as your highlight too. So that is what I'm doing here. Just trying to be careful to not overwhelm things, if you know what I'm saying. But I also really like a painterly and an expressive line. So towards the end, and we're at 46:31, so we're getting there. We're gonna be done soon. But now I'm starting to get a little wilder. Because now we're getting to where things are gonna be, we're gonna start to bring things together a little bit. And that's what I'm doing. We're going to tie things together. This is kind of the point where I'm starting to look at, hello, art lover, how are you? This is the point of the picture where I'm really, and I try to do this, most of it, but, when you're working, you can't really think so much this way. I think I'm now like, I think I sort of have it, I'm kind of wired now to sort of, I need to look and see if we're together. If is everybody holding hands? I like to say it's getting married. It's getting married to itself. I'm marrying things, right? I'm marrying all the elements, the colors, the balance of the colors, the balance of like what's going on in any different part of the artwork. So I like to go for a symmetrical asymmetry, if you get me. So I like things to be different and look asymmetrical, but have a balance among it, and I like things to look organic and like unexpected, but also look like they fit together, like also look like, oh, that has harmony. That's what I like. I like harmony. I like harmony that's um asymmetrical, Is that like, I don't know, does it feel good on the brain? I think asymmetry, I know when you think about what they say about like faces, like how symmetry is, we're like wired for symmetry to be seen as beauty. Um I think when you actually look at symmetry, like real identical symmetry, it looks so weird and off and like uncomfortable to me. It feels like, oh my gosh, it's like AI. It looks like AI. Symmetry that's real, like when you ever do like a half a picture of somebody's face and then you do the exact same on the other side, like creepiness, right? Oh, let me give you some more. Creepy, 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 creepy. So That's not the thing. We don't like that. That's creepy. Yeah. I want it to look human, you know? And like imperfect, yet, yet skilled and artistic and creative and with a sense of play and fun and with what's the word I'm looking for? Imagination. So that's kind of what I'm going for. I'm gonna add a little bit more. I'm gonna tie it in some more with this light blue. This is like a very cool light blue. And here I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna clean off my Neocolor like that, because perfect looking Neocolors are not used, okay? You must use them. And using them requires, it's like stuffed animals. It's like hugging your stuffed animals, right? Your loved stuffed animals are not like perfect little stuffed animals. If you collect them and you put them on a shelf, that's fine. That's one thing. But those are not like, you're not cuddling and sleeping with your little stuffed animal, and you're not is that the stuffed animal that you're like, that's comforting you when you're sad and stuff like that. So it's kind of the same thing with Neocolors. I mean, I could say on a larger spectrum with art supplies in general, right? Like, use your art supplies. Art supplies are not, they're just not, it's okay. It's okay to have paint all over this. Maybe, I'm not saying like don't wash your brushes, because you gotta wash your brushes. That's super important. Oh my gosh. Wash your brushes, wash your pen nibs, wash everything, wash your things, wash things when you're done, because unless you want to have to buy it again tomorrow, because that's not good. That is like for as wild as I can get in my studio with my stuff. I sort of throw stuff around sometimes a little bit, not on purpose. I've actually had people on my videos be like, "You're mean to your art. You threw that pen." I'm like, I actually didn't realize that I did that. It's just kind of, sorry, didn't mean to offend. It's just, I was just making a review video, and I just, you know, was done talking about it, and I went like that. Okay. So don't get, if you're offended by that, then you're probably pretty easily offended, right? Probably pretty easily offended. So I want to add another, maybe that green, the green, not this one. Well, kind of that one. It looks like that, but I think it's actually this one with water added. It's a little greeny for me. I think I need to, I want, but I don't think that this is going to do it for me. We need some differentiation. So that means I'm going to get wild. I know I keep saying that. I mean, have I been saying that like for a while now? I'm good. I hope that I sound good. I hope you can tell I'm good, because I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thanks for asking, art lover. Hey, Megan Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live stream. Oh my God, did I just sing on the live stream? I'm only a shower singer, you guys. I'm not, obviously. I mean, right? Obviously. I'm not a singer. Okay. I need to, if I just hit my mic, I apologize. I'm going to do this because I want to, like, I need to really, like, make some noise here. This is the time, and I need to really make some noise in this piece. I need to get wild. We need to get wild. We're getting wild. Need to get wild. I'm going to throw in, okay, this is what I like too. I love this rust color, okay? It looks like nothing, right? This doesn't look like anything that you probably would not pick this up in the Neocolor in the shop, right? You'd be like, no, thanks. I don't want that one. Guess what? This one's awesome. This is awesome. Watch how it brings some crazy depth and saturated depth, right? To portions of this piece. Watch how it like makes things pop. You know, it's like it's a little piece of magic right here. It's a little piece of magic. Oh, now I'm not going to do it up there because I want to keep things. Let's get the water. Let's put some brush in here. Do you think they were going to finish in 4 minutes? I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I might need like 5 extra. I might need like 5 extra minutes. Some mud. I think I might have made a little mud, but that's okay. See, look, I'm going to just get real wild with it. Do I keep saying that and you're like, Kathy, when's this wild going to happen? Yeah. Okay. I'm just very, very lightly. I'm just very lightly grazing. I'm grazing my Neocolor with water because I don't want to make mud. And I found a neutral, cool, toned neutral, greenish blue here that will tame that bright green for me in a way that I like and that works with the rest of it. So that's good. And now I'm going to pop in, I'm just cleaning off my Neocolor so I can use it in my yellow. I'm just going to pop in a little bit of, and I don't know actually, like, how well can you see this here? But I'm keeping a lot of it white because I want highlight, you know, I want highlight where the light hit in the middle there, but I am looking for some saturation and depth of color. Hey, Yuvraj, welcome to my live stream. My name is Kathy, and I live stream every day here at 10 a.m. So please consider coming back tomorrow when I start a whole new piece. And I also do a quiet time live stream at 12:30 p.m. every day. And see, the yellow is really nice now. Oh, I want to make, this is actually more pink, this one. So I want to add one more. So yeah, if you guys like this video, please like it. And also, please subscribe to my channel if you would like to see more live streams. I live stream twice a day. And basically, it's like a class. It's like every drawing is another little mini chit chat class because I'm doing start to finish most of the time. And it's fun. You get talk, you get process talk, materials talk, tips and tricks. I mean, it's like, it's great. You get a lot. You get a lot. I'm going to do here, we're doing some shadow in there because this is actually the inside. And I'm going to go a couple little minutes extras just to tie in here because there's a little more I want to do. I have to do my once over. So I'm doing a once. I'm doing a once over here. I'm going, okay. I'm saying, okay. How do I marry this guy? Are we married yet? Dun, 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 dun. Are we married? Are we married? Now we're marrying this. And we have, sorry about my hand in the way. Just looking for something in particular in my box here. These are all my Neocolors. These are some well-used Neocolors right here. As they should be. That is what they should look like. Am I being judgy? I don't mean to be judgy. I think people should use them however they want, but I don't think you should let Instagram or social media dictate your Neocolor, you know, the way that they appear. Because to me, this is like a well-loved, well-used Neocolor. That's what I say. Oh, you know what? I didn't do this guy. I just want to do a little, because I've been leaning on the gold letter editions for pretty much all the lettering in this. So let me complete the process over here. And I don't even have to do every letter, right? I can just do, like, let me do a couple. Like, I'll do like, well, let me actually, I'm going to grab a little ink in here because it's just, my brush is just a little weak right now. So like I can do an E, and then instead of doing the next E, I'll just do that. So, you know, you don't have to do like every letter. You can just do a few. And then there's so many ways you can just sort of marry your phrases in your piece. And we don't have time left, so I can next time, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, there's ways you can do it. I talk about it in other lives, and I will talk about them again, and then I will talk about other ways. So if you like to do pieces with a lot of lettering in them, and you know, you don't want your viewer to be like, oh, you know, this is hard to read because things aren't like contextually going together. There's ways you can visually cue people to understand what you're writing, what you have written in your piece, and have it make sense so that their brain can read it together as a piece, as a phrase, or, you know, so it makes sense contextually. So there's things you can do. I've done a lot of them. And, you know, like, make it work, right? Now I'm just going to get a little painterly with it, get a little wild. Get a little wild, baby. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Dip. I'm really into the gold. What can I say? I'm going to do that. 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 And then lastly, I think I want to go in with a little bit more of my beautiful, ridiculous, and fabulous. This is magic to me. It's, as far as I know, they don't make these. This is a limited edition Neocolor 2. No, sorry. This is a limited edition Neocolor 1. I'm going to sit down real quick just to, I know it's just, I'm better when I'm standing because it's like, oh, see what I just say? I'm better when I'm standing because I just did that. That's okay. This is a Neocolor 1, and it is fabulous. It came in a limited edition set that I got. No, it came as a limited edition in a set. So I'm going to stand. This sitting stinks. It came in a set of, I think I got like a set of, I needed some more to add to my collection, to my palette, but I had a lot of the ones that that were in there, but I really wanted the fluorescent ones, and they didn't. I don't think they make them now. I think they were a limited release, and I'm just like, why? Why do you do that? You know, I just, it's fabulous. Please don't do that. Don't like make something and then just take it away. Caran Dash, and this is totally unsponsored. And it very much so, because I have not bought any of these and I'm not going to. I have no plans to, but they came out with, I think it's like 5 sets of 10 colors, and within the their 50th anniversary sets, and within the sets there are, I'm just trying to gauge my picture while I talk, and within the sets there are 7 existing colors in the regular lineup, and then there are 3 like limited edition colors, and they don't plan to offer them, from what I've heard. This is just from what I've heard on, artist channels or whatever, that they have no plans to offer them as open stock. And I have a lot of Neocolors, like, and I have quite a few dupes as well, like, not dupes. Well, yeah, I guess dupes. Not dupes in the sense of like makeup dupes, but in the sense of dupes, like duplicates, like 2 of the same thing. I do have that. So I'm just going to concentrate on the bottom now. And then we're going to wrap this, because this is time. Time's up. Yeah, I can't buy more colors that I already have, And guys, Neocolor, or Caran Dash, if you're ever watching this, please offer colors open stock. Don't do this limited edition stuff. And I feel like what makes sense is for them to say, oh, let's say this is limited edition, and then let's see how well they do. And then, hey, we'll add to our open stock. But did they do that? Have they done that? Are they planning to do that? I don't know. I understand the need to build, scarcity or whatever mindset, but just don't torture me, Caran Dash. Don't stop. Just release this as an open, because look, you guys, look. I know it looks like a little dirty homeless thing. It looks like it hasn't taken a shower, and like a dirty shoe or something. I shouldn't say homeless. That's terrible. I'm sorry. I misspoke. Looks like a little. Looks like it's just, it's been around. It needs a little bath, right? First of all, it's easy to give it a bath. Just do that. And I hate to waste that, but what are you going to do? I'm not going to keep it in a White Castle in a little tower. That's not what this is going to. Don't do that. We all play together here. All play together. All right. All right. This is it. Thanks for coming. Please like and subscribe. If you like my content, please subscribe. And I'm here at 10 o'clock every morning doing 60 minutes start to finish. And I will see you tomorrow, I hope. Bye.